I didn't do very much advertising, so this might be an empty thing, which is fine. It's fine. We're live. I might do some art. Um, I don't know just yet, but we'll think about it. Um, yeah, and we're at the 20-second mark, so good. Anybody I care about is going to be listening in from here on in. So the ah, I'm a complete blank. Um, I there's a reason why like I don't like well one I don't I try not to be giving advice as opposed to well my advice is more of what I do. So it's my opinion, it's what works best for me and not necessarily works best for people around me. And I usually don't recommend my method of doing things to people because it's probably the absolute most difficult way to do things. I do things backwards. I do it my own way. Um, I am not very good, and I am definitely trying to get better at it. Um, for asking for help. Um, in case people don't realize that it's been um, has it been a week? It's been a few days since I ran out of cigarettes, and basically have been forced to quit. Um, I am yeah, I'm still at the point where if somebody offered me a cigarette, I would smoke it. So um, I am not carrying a lighter with me anymore, which is something I was carrying it a couple days ago, and I was like, why am I carrying a lighter with me? I don't even have cigarettes to smoke. But I have used I have used lighters for things other than smoking cigarettes. So um, maybe I'll just carry a lighter with me again. Um, and maybe I should get into it. I have been, not really dancing around it, but I have been trying to explain my history um, to where I am today from even when I started in late January, early February, and what I envisioned for my year anniversary, um, and then what it's going to be, and then that's when we'll get into like why storytelling is important to me, um, because it's going to be the story. It's not going to be what happened when I retell it. Um, but yeah, so I'm not. I don't want to dance around it. So yeah, I have seen. There have been a lot of success stories with people who are streamers. It is a viable option, um, but it does take um, a certain type of person especially if somebody and it usually helps if the person has a lot of support. Um, yeah, almost a business built around them instead of them just being a personality. Because there's a lot to it other than just basically, turn the camera on and make a bunch of videos. And I kind of knew and was warned about that and was told about that, but I still thought it was that. And um but I had no intention of, even thinking about continuously doing this. My if if I went to Florida for my birthday and I filmed it and I made a bunch of videos, um, this site would look just like the Patron Saint and Mediocrity site, which only has 5 videos on it. And that site was supposed to be, where I dumped videos like this. Um, this was supposed to be just kind of a variety, where I'd show off games, I'd show off this, and I did have a crew of people um, to help me out with it and set it up for me, and where I was just the personality. I was going to review movies. I was going to review lots of things. Um, comics and basically nerddom in general. I was going to have, a fake reality show and all this other stuff was all supposed to be here on the site. And it just never happened. I mean, there was a lot of infighting with the people I was going to be working with. There was a lot of bad blood. And this sat, well, now it would be 8 years, but this sat for 7 years. And in the 7 years, um, in the 7 years, I had no intention, and like I said, um, my online presence has been dwindling. I had already just recently quit Facebook because I was tired of it. Um, they started deleting my old post, and somebody says, "Oh, they don't do that," and it's like, yeah, they were. Um, if I went in, because I made videos of me recording what was left, and it was 10 years, and I'm not gonna go check it, but I would probably guess that yeah, the things that were 10 years old are gone now. I would guess that. Um, it wasn't a lot, but yeah, it's how it seems that they hold it, and then it's just the information is just gone forever, unless somebody, of course, saves it, and that could have happened too. Um, the um, so then my birthday came around. The pandemic happened. Had to cancel my birthday. I canceled it in July of 2020. And my birthday's in February of 2021. I actually ended up working on my 49th birthday, because I was trying to save up and I did not want to lose the day. I wanted to have as much days and as much ability to control. So I ended up working on my birthday the year prior, which was pretty awful. And I try not to work on my birthday. I have done it in the past, and I don't enjoy it, and I don't like it. And I've been forced in, and until recently, I never called in sick, and that includes my birthday. And um, I finally did it, and you know what? The earth didn't open up, and things didn't get shattered, and I might have ruined my reputation, but you know what? These are people that have been taking advantage of me for a long time. Why the hell do I care if I have a good reputation with them or not? I don't want any favors from them. But yeah, so June comes around, the pandemic's not even anywhere close. There's of course this crazy election that went on. All these things are happening. And I had to call it. And it was heartbreaking if you really want to know the truth. It, it's funny, before the pandemic, I had joked that I wasn't going to show up to my own birthday. And everybody said that they would just have it without me. And I thought that that was kind of funny, but I was going to show up anyway. It wasn't convenient. It wasn't, there was a lot of things that I still haven't gotten right, but I was going to carve out for my 50th birthday. I was going to make, I called in every favor, anything I could have, tried to help out with it. And yeah, I have no favors left. Still, even now, yeah. The people that owe me favors now, I don't want anything from them. So that's how that's working. So, but I made the videos. I made the worst birthday ever. It was kind of supposed to be funny. It's a little sad, but I was trying to take a sad situation and try to make something funny about it. I did, a little bit of variety. There's a few things that I've done. Definitely made fun of myself. Talked about doing the rope drop, and how I was going to be, running to ride, how I was going to get that done. Darn near impossible if you really want to know the truth. I believe only two other people in the history of Disney, and that's with fewer rides, were able to get all the rides done in all the parks at Disney World. And that is a feat. And I think the number was 45, 46 rides. Another person actually did it with the open rides at Disney World. And that's about as close as anybody's ever come. I was going to have a situation where like things like Splash Mountain, any water rides would have been off limits, so I would have had to, like, make do with other rides. There's certainly things like Starship Earth was under construction. I think it went under construction, so I wouldn't have that. And it's, I was going to be doing shows to make up for the missing, the first not enough rides to begin with, and then to make up for the, so I had 50 different events at Disney World. So yeah, so that's what happened. Obviously I wasn't there, so here I am talking about, like, oh, this is what I was going to do. But yeah, so I didn't make it, and I posted videos. Kind of, like I said, a little bit sad, but meant to be really funny. I thought it was hysterical. There's an hour of me sleeping because I fell asleep before midnight, and so there's an hour of me sleeping and being woken up to my birthday. And yeah, yay! That was me waking up. See what else? Yeah, so a lot of things happen. I didn't think that I was going to, be a sensation. I didn't think that it was going to be. I was going to take the internet by storm. None of that stuff. I didn't think any of that stuff. The one thing that bothered me the most is that I did not have any reach. I thought they were going to slide me into the nerd communities, and I would pick up a bunch of people, not necessarily subscribers, but just a bunch of people who are really interested into it, and I can get caught into their feeds, and it would cycle out, and that's how I thought the algorithm worked. No is the quick answer to that. So I knew that I wasn't going to get very many views at all, and I was kind of upset with the fact that I had no reach. And so the next thing that I did was I just started making videos. I looked at how they set these things up. I looked at how to self-promote and do all the things that you're supposed to be doing for your channel. And I definitely was going comedy route. This is definitely entertainment. I'm not a how-to. I'm not building. I'm just have relaxing good time. That's basically what I was looking for. And it was started out as me making videos so that I could promote the worst birthday ever. Ended up promoting themselves, and I was doing things like singing and stuff like that. I had zero intention of finding a community. I just wanted, basically people to see me, and that's it. I, was just goofing around and having, I've made fun of, you can see the videos that I make, especially loud noises. I had my fake feud with Nux. I have written every every VTuber who works for VShojo got a video from me. Most people who collabed with that have gotten, and I watched a bunch of videos and I wanted to see what was successful and what was not, and I was really taking this, I took this very seriously. This business, and I was gonna have fun along the way, but I took it very seriously. And Nux started the never ending stream. I decided that I was going to, the pure participation, that I was going to support. Basically, pick my team and root for my team all the way to the end. We were thinking that it was going to last. Most people thought it was only going to last a couple days, so not a big investment. You don't have to worry about it. And pretty much random, out of a hat, that I picked my Yune, and I think at the time she was one out of six people who were contestants and stuff like that. She, I liked the way she set things up. I liked the way, I watched the video where Nux convinced her to join, and that's what got me to join. I went right in. I said hello. She said welcome home, and the outpour to a complete stranger, because I was a complete stranger at the time, but the outpour from that community to me and welcoming me in and basically showing me around. And I had to, forgot to mention this. I didn't even have a Twitch account at the time. So to do the support, so I had to create an account, and I literally just created the account when I went on, and she hadn't yet started the never ending stream. I think she was going to take a break before she started up. And she was just basically saying how the stream, the normal stream was getting changed and stuff like that. But she says I stream every day, and we do it like that. So I was all in, and but yeah, the community, her community, was absolutely just, it blew me away. And like I said, she said welcome home, and I, for the very first time, thought that I belonged someplace. And it caught me off guard. I didn't know how to react to it. And all of a sudden, within moments, it felt, she was on. Basically, pretty much, it was my uni on demand. So I didn't even realize how streamers worked. Most videos that I saw of streamers up until that point, except for something called Lewdcast, which I caught the live streams of it. But most streamers streamed on Twitch, and I was watching on YouTube. So unless they had YouTube, they did live YouTube. I didn't see them live. I saw only videos and clips and things like that of them. That was really my only connection to the VTuber, what VTubers were. I didn't understand why people were getting lost down a rabbit hole, and it's a few live videos. I mean, it's not like they do this every day. But yeah, so the challenge started. I went for 13 days. Mayuni had some issues and computer issues and her provider issues. And she was disqualified at the end. And that broke my heart. How it all went down broke my heart. I was very upset, and it felt then that there was a toxic element running through the community, because it was mostly bitterness and anger and stuff like that. But there was just something changed within the community. And again, there was, you had Mayuni on demand. She was, and if she wasn't actually talking, she was sleeping online. Sometimes you can hear her, snoring. The good news about that is that the chat was very active the entire time. And when it ended, obviously the chat ended as well. So you didn't have 24-hour chats anymore. Moved to another platform where we did have 24 hours. But there was definitely a change within the community. And I couldn't put my finger on it. It was, I had to start thinking, the 24-hour, when it was running all the time, that is not what her normal streams are like, and how she conducts her business. Because these are, no matter how you look at it, it's a business. Even if people aren't making a living off of it, it's still a business. This is a business, even though I'm not monetized. And how I conduct, I'll throw it on to me. How I conduct, how I handle situations, because I am, in show business. How I can, do this. I just say what's on my mind, and let the chips fall where they may. But most people don't do that. That's not common. Now, how I'm doing this is not. It's not the easiest path, and it definitely doesn't win you favors, and people's I forgot what it's called, but whatever it is, but what they believe, like, if I said that I was an alien from alien vampire, whatever, and blah, I'd have to, immersion. Um, I'm not a big person on keeping immersion. I'm just, like I said, it's whatever pops into my head. It's coming out the mouth. It doesn't even have much time to process, so it's pretty raw. Yeah, so people's immersions are ruined, and I hope people don't have too many immersions with me because I definitely will ruin it, and I don't want to, but I will. Um, the um, immersions and what people think is real. Trying to get back on track. I just totally derailed myself. Um, yeah. Um, but yeah, so things are definitely different. Um, there was also people that I cared about because I was very active in the chat, and I was talking to a lot of people, and so there was people that I was in contact with, who all of a sudden just poof vanished. Um, I couldn't figure it out, and I couldn't put my finger on it. Why all of a sudden people who you know 50, 60, 100 posts a day are now at zero. Um, I because I thought I was home, foolishly thought that this is an R community as opposed to my uni's community. And that's where I was wrong. Um, I know that there are people who blame her and her moderators and all the things that she's doing with running her business the way she wants. Um, I don't blame her for it. I think that she's probably more open with her community than a lot of streamers out there. She definitely has a connection to her community that I would probably say at least half the streamers don't have. Um, it's not a bad thing. It's just that um, now that I know that what I was participating in was not what I thought it was, I realized that that's what I want. Even though I know that I can't get it from Mayuni's community and probably nobody else's community. Um, each one runs, it's their business, and everybody runs their way that they see fit. I have yet, and I might be biting my tongue on this one, but because there is one person who really takes care of their community and the people in there and cares about the well-being of the community. And I can probably say that that one person um, is doing it the way I would have hoped that now that I'm in doing it myself, I would hope that I could do as good a job as they are doing with theirs. Now, on top of that, there is expats from the other communities, from actually lots of different communities, that we're looking. It feels like, and I was trying to relay this, but it feels like they feel that the same way that I do. Um, and a lot of them are giving it their own go. And I'm going to support each and every one of them. But every one of them is giving their own go at creating a community. And I like being a part of it. It is grassroots. It is, starting from, the ground floor. And it's a very good thing. I definitely want to encourage it and definitely want to see it grow. And if it helps me and the community that I'm building, so much the better. And I'm not for everyone, and I am not looking for just numbers. And people can look for numbers. There's nothing wrong with it, but I am not looking for numbers. I am looking for, as Vin Diesel said, family, and I am looking for a quality that is compatible with mine, and a very accepting group of people. And I know that there are a lot of people out there that fit that, but I don't know if they, one, feel safe enough to be in an environment like this, and two, because they've been forced down so much that do they even have the capacity to open up at this point? And I never want to force anybody into a situation that they don't want to be in. But I will always keep, I will always hold out hope that they will basically find their way. And I hope that within my community, they can feel safe to be who they are. I I can't stress it enough, like how amazing it is when a person discovers who they are. And people who already know, they know deep down who they really are, and they just have not been able to show it. And some people are afraid of it, and some people think that they're going to get hurt, and it might hurt. We're flawed. We're a bunch of flawed human beings, and it could very well hurt a lot. It's probably going to hurt, and I don't want to lie about that. Things you've been taught your entire life, you have to let go of. And sometimes I can't even imagine what some people have to give up. I always think that I gave up a lot to be me, but it was easy for me. I talk about it all the time, how things are difficult for me, how this is hard for me to do, how I'm learning how to do this, especially like digital art. Digital art is, brain surgery as far as I'm concerned. It is I'm completely out of my wheelhouse, completely don't understand even the connection on what to do with the digital work, which is now zeros and ones, and how I can transform that and then start doing rigging and movement and all the other things, animation that um, if I could do it practically, um, it would be simple. I could do stop motion. I can change out, I can change out emotions and stuff like that, and without having to miss a beat. Now I'm going to have to figure out how to get this stuff done digitally. And like I said, for some people, that's easy peasy. That's like waking up in the morning. That's like breathing. For me, it's beyond me. But the sacrifices that people make to be who they are, um, I've been doing for a very long time. And for me, that's as easy as breathing. And when I see people struggling, I have to remind myself that it was easy. That was easy for you. Everybody's different. It's not necessarily going to be easy for them. And especially if they haven't been releasing it, think of it like as, you're trying to, you have a tap, like, a sink tap, that you can open up a little bit and you can let the water out. But it's been dammed up so long. There's so much that when you turn that knob, it just shoots out. And you might not be able to get it to stop once it starts shooting out. And the sink might get thrown over the side of the room, and the water could just keep rushing in. I mean, that's, and eventually the dam could come down and it could be very messy. For me, it's like I didn't even build the dam. I've been just releasing the water. And that's how it is for me. So I've got to remember, like, there's that relation, and I know what it's like to have to repress who you are. I mean, I do it every freaking day for my job that I earn money for. That's not who I am. My job, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the work that I do. It's good, honest work. I know that I bash the job all the time, especially because they treat me so horribly, which they do. That's not different, and they still treat me horribly. That hasn't changed, but it is good, honest work, and there's nothing wrong with the job, but me doing it, that's not me. I put on airs. I'm total and utter fake. I am not the person you're seeing talking to you here, and I say that this person is fake, but this person is closer to the real me than that person that gets up every morning, that's going to have to get up tomorrow morning early and go to work and do that job and do it with a smile on my face, and do all the things that I have to do before I head home. Yeah, that's definitely not me. And what makes it even worse is I actually tricked myself into believing it was. I absolutely tricked myself into believing that that was who I was supposed to be. It's not. It's never even been. And all the other jobs that I've had, those aren't me. They're characters in my story. I'm literally not even the main protagonist of the stories I tell. I'm just a caricature. And I know some people can't understand that, and I'm sorry that this is difficult concepts for people to understand. And I wish I was more eloquent and more fluid and could convey these things incredibly well, because where I am now, and it is going to be a huge leap, and I'm very happy that there's 31 people in the subscriptions, and there's 100 and something odd people that actually watch my videos, not regularly, but there's people that are there, and I'm very happy and very grateful for every single one of them. And you you were watching this video. I hope you understand what I'm trying to do. I hope it comes across. I really do. Because there are the people, and I know that they're there because people have told me, that absolutely enjoy my singing. And I think that they see something that's darn near magical. It's even beyond me. This is something bigger than me. They're not wrong in their belief of liking my singing. Um, there are people who think that I should become a professional singer because of it. And they are definitely not wrong in that. There are people who love my art. I have definitely had more practice with art than with singing. I don't have a physical disability like with singing, for my art. But if you enjoy what I draw, that's magical. You're giving it that power. And you can see beyond the flaws and the things. I mean, I did do a final project, but I didn't color it in. I mean, it could have been colored in. It's not the colors. The colors wouldn't have made much difference, but yeah. But yeah, I could have colored it in, but whether it was colored in or not, that doesn't make any difference. But even that, I personally can see the flaws in it, the mistakes I made, the changes that I should have changed again. And I am that part of me I like and I don't like at the same time. If I didn't have a deadline, these the Halloween portrait, which I'm actually I shouldn't be wasting today, but I'm going to be trying something completely different really soon, and I think I need to like take kind of a break. I know I have two. I have Midgard and I have Shino. Um, actually, two, three. Who am I missing? One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all. That's everybody. Midgard, I have to do, and I was going to do Shino again and finish that. All right. I don't want to spend too much time on that. But I hope you enjoy it. Sculpting, all that stuff. Um, I definitely do my best at it. I definitely have, I have shortcuts and tricks of things to make things happen faster. So it kind of looks like it's a magical or a sleight of hand trick. It's really not. I'm also very rusty, which it might take me a while. I mean, a couple streams ago, I don't think I even said a word. Second yawn, I got the three yawns. Three yawns. The opera closes. Um, so yeah, so we got a. I'm very happy with this, and the very interesting thing about um, doing this is that it's going to set in motion the Christmas card. Oh, I am thinking about what to have on the outside of the card other than just trick or treat, and it's you are the full size candy bar house of my life. And so try to make it funny. So yeah, it's trick or treat, and then you are the full size candy bar house of my life. And we'll get everybody about the same size and stuff like that. But yeah, my Christmas card is going to be I think pretty wild. So and I definitely am going to raise the scope a bit. I am going to definitely use a single model. And once I get that model down pat, everybody's going to, all the other models are going to basically filter through that one. And everybody's going to have their own unique thing. Yeah, when I get it done, I'll get it done. I am going to be helping somebody create their avatar, which I'm very happy with. I will probably do that on a stream. And then there is mine. I have basically let's call it 3 months. I have let's call this the end of October, so November, December, and January. And then January 31st, I have to be up and ready to roll. And I am only an idea away. That's the third. It's time to go. But I'm only an idea. I'm only beginning with an idea, and that's it. I only have a spark. And it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be very, very challenging, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. And I really do love everybody who has been helping and been offering, and like it is amazing to feel. I'm feeling, and this is, I think this is what makes it very, I worry at the same time. But that feeling of that first day when I stepped into Mayu's stream with the chat going and everything happening all at once, and how overwhelmed I was by the whole thing, and just everybody being so, absolutely wonderful. When I was part of it, I touted the fact that we were the nicest community out there, and I would do that. I would definitely say that would hold still today, even without me. I don't make it the nicest community. It's not my community. And I definitely don't belong. That's why I'm not there anymore. But everybody in my life has, everybody online that is in my life has really, really shown me that was not, that what I felt was not, just a dream, just a work of fiction, that it's definitely possible and we can definitely have it. And I will fight for that. I would love for everybody to feel that feeling. I still didn't realize how much I had separated myself from the world. I still separate myself from the world. Until I was part of that community. And like I said, it definitely, people didn't understand why I was upset, why it literally broke my heart. It's not as simple as a broken promise here or there. It is, I had to come to terms with the fact that this is their business and they are in charge. Not me, not the other people in chat, not anybody in the community except for the moderators and the streamer. They're in charge. This is their world. We're only visiting. And I am not. I had to really come to terms with the fact that as much as I thought I was a part of it, and it's the reason why. I mean, I wrote all those songs. I mean, all the songs. There's 7 songs written for her, and I could easily take them down because of what happened, but I still want them to stay because they each have meaning. They each mean something. I don't want it to feel like it was all for naught. Um, or a complete waste of time because I have to say I owe her for allowing me to know what I want now. And it is just a shame that what I want now is not what she offers. That's it. That is it. Um, and I wouldn't want her to change to fit me. That's the big crux of the matter. All right, I said 3 yawns and I'm going to go. So I love you. I hope you're having a fantastic day and everything is going swimmingly for you. And as always, cool beans. All right, take care. And we're out.